Hotep Black Power, as always, giving honor to the Creator, the ancestors, my sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, the street law soldiers, my father, my in-laws, and all the ancestors and all my supporters and brothers and sisters that are fighting for freedom and liberation of the black nation. Actually, today I'm not on my usual camera. I'm having some technical difficulties with my video equipment. So if it's any type of distortion in the picture quality, I apologize for that. However, the message is more important to me than picture quality. Some things I wanted to talk to you about, based mainly how we as a people need to step up to the plate, preferably black males who have seemed to be dropping the ball and just going buck wild spiritually, mentally, morally, and a lot of you have seemed to have given up. A lot of you have been engaging in a lot of perverted activities. A lot of you all have, continued to hit on queens and things of that nature. But I'm not going to talk about that specifically right now. The things I want to focus on is what we need to do collectively as a people. Because this me concept is just digging a deeper and deeper and deeper hole, grave for us as a people. We can never get anything accomplished with that type of agenda, with that type of mindset. And until we come up with the us and we mentality and begin to focus and work towards the common goal, which is liberation and salvation, collectively, we are doomed. Our babies are doomed. The generation ahead of them are doomed. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, because we are at a time now where talking is beginning to be obsolete. Because just like the Digital Underground, we're singing the same old song, the same shit. We march once a year. We have cookouts. We have all these cookouts and celebrations once a year with no substance to them. You know, everybody's pocketing, putting money in their pocket, and it's the same people that are doing the same shit, and that's why we're getting the same fucking results. You have the same people. The black leaders in the community, there are plenty of them, but you don't know about them. You don't know of them because the real, true black leaders, they have no money. They don't have a financial platform to stand on. They don't have a media platform to stand on. They're shielded from the general population in terms of the masses of the people because they are smothered and clouded by niggas like Sharpton, niggas like Tavis Smiley, niggas like Cornel West. You know, these same motherfucking coons and these buck dancing ass niggas. Now they have celebrities. They have celebrities as black leaders. You got comedians as black leaders. You got niggas like Steve Harvey representing the black community. These bootleg comedians, you know, and these hypocritical motherfucking pastoral leaders, you know, who T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Benny Hinn. I'm not even gonna mention the motherfucking crackers because they're doing what they're supposed to do. But I'm talking about you niggas. You know, you niggas that are milking the black community every Sunday. every Sunday. You know, $200 and $300 million just in tithing. You know, that you milk the black community, and you have our elderly, you have our people under the hypnosis that if they don't give you money to help you pay for your fucking Bentley, then you are going to hell. You have our people thinking this shit. You have our women respecting you motherfucking punks more than they do their own husbands. You have them, even the ones that are hollering for these non-existent deities. You know, they will holler for somebody that never even existed, opposed to, and give that person more respect than they do the person that they sleep beside, that will give their life, that will give their physical life for you. But yet you want that person to give their life for you. And you wouldn't and holler your name out and put you on a high pedestal. No, it doesn't work that way. And it has to stop working that way. You know, because let me just break this down for some people so they can be on the same page, that on a page, at least on a page, period, if they're not on a page. The crackers have us, because, you know, Christianity and all that, Islam, all those are man-made religions, which the European, the devil, the slave masters, along with permission from the Pope, when they enslaved Africans and brought them to the shores of the 9 snakes. Now, I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about all of us, because there was a lot of us already over here prior to that. But anyway, they use the Bible as a way of social control, with these non-existent deities telling our people, our ancestors, that they were going to hell if they didn't follow the instructions of this book, and it was forced on them. Trust me, it was forced. Our ancestors didn't just start reading that shit. You know, they were beaten into submission into reading it. Now, you know, and the Bible was written in the 15th century. So, what do you think our people were doing in terms of spirituality those other 14 centuries prior to being forced to read a book and believe in this book, where none of the people during that time looked like them and still don't look like them? Because if you go into a black church and pull out a black picture of a black Jesus, you'll be put out of that church. All these black churches have a picture, with the exception of Union Temple in Washington, D.C. The rest of these churches, these black churches, have a picture of either white or Arab-looking Jesus that black people are supposed to look up to and praise. And that's why we are afraid of white people today. We teach our children to be afraid of them. And when they look on TV, just like the great ancestor, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing used to say, when you watch the TV, it's white, 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 white. And so when you're fed that, when you're fed 3 meals a day of white supremacy, then you become a slave to white supremacy. When you see everybody else around you being a slave to white supremacy, then you become a slave to white supremacy. And then some of you will say, oh, here you go with that black shit. But it's okay if I talk the white shit. Now, if I'm a black person, if I'm a black man, what type of shit am I supposed to be talking? white shit because you are afraid of white people, because you are a slave. And a lot of you don't think you're slaves because you have a job, you work for a white corporation, you work for a white power structure, and you think because you got a few toys that this devil gives you, that you will cut above the rest of the slaves. Oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. Or you know, they making me supervise tomorrow. Or I'm the captain of this, or I'm the shift leader and all this bullshit. It's just like being on a slave ship. It's just like being on a plantation. You in charge of the slaves over in the right hand side of the field. And so your chest sticks out with your whip in your hand. And any of your brothers and sisters that you don't see working as fast as the cracker, as the oppressor wants them to work fast, you go and tell. And you will stand there and see your brother get the skin taken off his back. And it's the same way today. That's why we have to stop taking sides of the enemy. You have to stop taking sides of the enemy. And you all know what I'm saying is true to heart. That's why a lot of you don't want to hear. And I notice a lot of you will plug into channels on YouTube that constantly talks about filth, constantly talks about gossip, hot, juicy gossip, something that you cannot grow, something that you cannot feed your children to elevate their thinking. It's always some ignorant bullshit that keeps you stuck, that keeps you in mental, emotional, and spiritual slavery. And a lot of us enjoy being slaves. A lot of us, like Harriet Tubman said, she said that I freed thousands of slaves, even though they said she only freed, 100 and all this bullshit. She said, I freed thousands of slaves, and I would have freed thousands more if they only knew that they were slaves. See, a lot of you all think that you're free. I'm still in bondage, but I recognize it. That's why I'm working on getting off the plantation. See, a lot of y'all don't even know that you're on a plantation, or don't want to accept it, or don't believe that you are. And so that, and by you not knowing that you are, you'll never get off of it. I understand where I'm at. And each day I'm working to get off of the plantation without dying. Because see, that's what they told our ancestors. Don't worry about having anything, any material things. Don't worry about living comfortably and peacefully. You will get yours when you die. You will get yours when you die. And you still have people talking about when someone passes away, well, they're up in heaven looking down on us. Some of you still believe in that fairy tale bullshit. You still believe in that shit. And it has gotten us nowhere. It keeps us stagnated. They appoint our leaders to us, which these niggas always take us in the wrong direction. They tell you not to fight back, not to protest. They even gave you a black president that looks like you, that was worse than the motherfucking oppressors. Now, what's the difference between Trump and Obama and George Bush besides talking. I'm talking about what has changed. What changes have been made for the betterment of people of color on this planet between them three? Not nothing. Nothing. The only thing that people look at Obama in terms of him being a black president to give our babies hope of what? That if they do what the oppressor says, that they may have a chance in being president, where you don't call any shots, because that's what y'all said. By him not doing anything for the black nation and doing everything for the white communities. Oh, he can't do but so much. He got to go by what they say. All of them do. All of them do. And that's taking up for white supremacy. You're standing right beside white supremacy. And what we should have done was bum rushed Obama and made him work for us, besides just voting and dancing and eating motherfucking fried chicken because he was in office. So what the fuck? So what the fuck? He was in office. You still on the plantation. And you still going to be on it. So we have to stop training our babies to be fucking slaves and be fucking cowards and punks. We teach our sons, you got women that, oh, I'm the mother and the father. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can never teach a boy to be a man. That's why we have so many boys growing up like homosexuals. If you could teach him to be a man, why is he acting like you? Why is he getting more dick than you getting? If you can teach him to be a man, why hasn't he turned out to be a man? That's bullshit. Because what happens is this cracker tells you to leave the black man alone. You leave him alone, we'll get you a job as a special police in a government building. Even though you weigh damn near 300 motherfucking pounds. You can't even chase, you can't even run down in it. You can't even catch a infant baby if they were running. But we'll give you the job. As long as you don't have any connections with this black man. And so when the black man comes in the office building, you take him through the ringer. But when the white man comes through with the bomb in the bag, you let him go through. Oh, how you doing this morning, Mr. Krakowski? How you doing? While you rubbing the beads on your motherfucking neck, making sure your goddamn hair weave is even. That $10 bag of hair that you bought, that's all fucking lopsided. The people know that ain't your motherfucking real hair. People know your hair ain't that long because you don't spend that much. Your maintenance, your body maintenance is fucked up, but your hair is okay. They know goddamn well that ain't your hair. And the shit shit all the way down your motherfucking back. You know what I'm saying? And but you give him all the respect, but the brother that will die for you, you don't give him no respect. And so you're the laughing stock at the Christmas party, that they employ. And they invite you on purpose so they can laugh at your ass. And you thinking that they really like you, but they really laughing at you. And they'll give you $20, give you $100, some shit out of petty cash. Because they know you go for anything. Instead of having some goddamn pride and dignity and standing up to these motherfuckers, you're the total opposite. And some of you brothers are the same way. You know, you are some coward ass niggas. You sit back and you smack these motherfucking queens, the good ones. I'm talking about the real good ones that are committed, that does their best to embrace spirituality. They're not lazy. They're not trifling. They have high maintenance on themselves. They keep their children. Their children are highly mannered. You know, very respectful. They know how to act when they go out. They don't run around screaming and knocking shit down in stores and like they never been nowhere. You know, that 4-inch boogers and all that shit hanging out their fucking nose. You know, they're very disrespectful, unmannered. That, you know, some of these sisters are the opposite of that. But you have bad judgment. You pick the most triflingest motherfucking nigga on the block. You know, and you accept all this abuse from him. You know, this physical, mental, and emotional abuse. Because he's so goddamn trifling. You know, and he knows he has something good. And he know, and see, he's so fucking insecure. You know, they think he can put fear in your heart and make you stay with him. Them trifling niggas don't want to do nothing, don't want to be nothing. They ain't looking for no skills, uneducated, no vocational skills, no social skills. All they want to do is get high all motherfucking day, eat goddamn Hot Pockets, and listen to motherfucking Lil Wayne and The Weeknd and all that bullshit, Meek Mill, you know, and have niggas all in the goddamn house like it's your motherfucking shit. You know, those type of niggas. Because you got brothers out there that if they could get a sister, if they could get a decent sister, that they will go all out to ensure happiness for her. Because they're searching for happiness and peace. You know, some of these brothers, you know, have been through prison, have spent a lot of time out of their lives, you know, getting their grind on, being in the streets, thugging, all that shit, surviving. You know, and now they do whatever it takes to acquire peace and try to live a decent life. But some of you motherfuckers, late going motherfuckers, you know, sissy ass niggas. You know, you a sissy nigga. If you hit a woman, if you always whining and complaining, you a sissy nigga. You a sissy nigga. If you always want to fight or hurt somebody that look like you, but you always respect the police. When you go to court, you go down there to the court, you say, no, sir, no, ma'am. You don't even say that to your parents. You call them by your first name. You are a sissy-ass nigga. You are a sissy, coward-ass, punk motherfucking coon, motherfucking clown-ass motherfucking nigga. It's just that simple. And some of you hood rats, y'all think they're talking all slick and, you know, having all types of wild sex, smoking, laying back, talking and cursing at your children, talking to your children like that shit is motherfucking slick. You know, you 40, 50 years old, you know, and you taking the electric bill money, getting a fucking Helly Hansen jacket for you, you know, for yourself. You know, you are a fucking hood rat. You know, your house stay dirty. You let anybody in your house that got some motherfucking loud. Any guy that looks good, you know, you lay up with him and fuck him. You know, you show your children that being trifling is the way to go. That's hard. That's thorough. When the people that have false respect for you, when they leave, they don't do nothing but laugh at you. Because you weak. You a weak hoe. You a weak hoe with no future. And then you depend on, you know, you depend on your children to become something. But they're not going to become nothing because you done had the wrong motherfuckers in the house. And they done finger pop your daughters and your son. So when you come in from the club, all goddamn faded and high, and check on and go in your son bedroom, and he got a motherfucking pile driving in his ass, then you can't understand why. And your daughter's pregnant at 13, 14. They talking, y'all arguing, talking to each other like both of y'all street niggas. All that shit gotta change. Cause we not talking about that shit. We not talking about that. And see, I don't mind taking time out because a lot of these things be on my mind a lot. And then you got a lot of these old ass niggas. All they talk about is jail and sports. You know, been getting high all their motherfucking life. All they talk about is jail and sports. Standing on the corner, singing old Temptation hits and all that bullshit. You know, you still got some of them same motherfucking clothes on that you had when motherfucking Reagan was president. You know, because you stuck. Still talking about when you worked in the kitchen in the penitentiary in 78 and all this bullshit. Because you stuck. And that's a mental health issue. Because you're still incarcerated. You haven't even been home yet mentally. You know, and then all you got, you know, talking about the young people. How it don't make no sense of how they are. But you was the same way. That's why you stuck now. Because when you were their age, you was locked up. So you was the same motherfucking way. And you have nothing. Unfortunately, you probably will never get nothing. You know, unfortunately. You know, and it's embarrassing when your grandchildren are going to school with their friends. And they got to walk past the store and see you standing out there. You know, with a bottle of motherfucking wine. They know you're not working. The only reason why they not disrespecting you on the strength of your grandson. And you think that shit is cool, trying to brag on him. Yo, this is my grandson. Come here, man. You know, he don't want to be introduced to them goddamn bums. You know, and they do their best to try to respect you, but they know you on some fuck ass shit, man. You turned out to be a fuck nigga. And so, what do you do with yourself at this point? You know, black people, we in some sad motherfucking fucked up conditions, man. And we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. Because we steady focusing on other people. We steady taking from each other, stealing from each other, talking about each other, gossiping about each other, jealous of each other, putting bad bones out on each other. Don't want to see nobody with nothing because you don't have nothing. You don't see yourself with nothing. You'll probably die with nothing. Somebody probably got to pay to bury your motherfucking ass. And you know this, and that's why you're so goddamn miserable. And you just spread that cancer and that motherfucking poison everywhere until you infect everything around you. Because see, that's why I tell you all, mental health is the silent killer in the black community. That's the elephant in the room when we don't want to talk about it. Because a lot of you are totally addicted to chaos. If it ain't rough, it ain't right. If people ain't arguing and it's not a whole bunch of confusion, you know, whole bunch of sneaky shit going on, whole bunch of backbiting going on, then something is wrong. you know, and there's going to have to be some changes made. And I have all the faith in the Creator. I have all the faith in the Creator, and I try to do my best each day to better myself. You know, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not flawless. You know, but today I'm able to recognize my flaws, and I'm doing what I can to better myself and repair those flaws. And we all have to do that. We all have to work on change. You know, but personally, myself, it doesn't work for me. I need the help of other people outside of me. You know, we can make the difference. We can change. See, I don't have the ability to change just on my own. I have to have assistance. I have to have help. Because like I said, this is not about I concept. This is a we concept. Don't be ashamed who you are. We're black gods and goddesses. We're the original people. We're the original people of the planet Earth. We're the first ones here. We're trying to be the last ones to leave. But we're leaving quite early. Quite too early. The average stay for a black man here is 66 years. And that's a damn shame. And the cracker lives 30 to 40 years longer than that. We have to make some changes. We got to make some adjustments. You know, religion has really fucked us up. That's one of the things that has fucked us up. Our belief system. Who we put our faith in. Who do we trust in? You know, the greater power, the all in all. We've been twisted. We've been bamboozled. And that's why things a lot of things don't work in our favor, because of the fact that we've been tricked, we've been bamboozled. We've been made to believe that certain things exist that don't exist. You know, and when you want to search for the all in all, when you want to search for the Creator, you have to look within. You have to look within, for all your answers are inside. Because everything that you're searching outside for is inside. And I always tell you all that, including what you perceive to believe as a God. So, you know, at the same time, you know, we have to be able to move forward. We have to move forward together. We can't do it. You can't do it individually. We have to move forward. And that's why all our leaders have been murdered. Because we give them the responsibility, one person the responsibility of saving everybody. When we're supposed to stand behind that one individual. That one individual, the responsibility of that one leader is just to show us the way. But we have to walk with that leader. Through you know, we have to walk with that leader through the entire way. And so, you know, in closing, I'll try to get this on YouTube, on my channel, as soon as possible, if I can get it. And hopefully I'll be able to be back to normal soon, you know, with video difficulties, which is a significant and heavy blow to me right now. But I'm going to do what I can to, you know, resolve those issues. So, but until then, until we meet again, Hotep, Black Power.